Hello friends, in this video we'll discuss about the example on optimum cost and duration. Let's move on to the example. As we can see, we are given the activities 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4. Their normal duration, that is Tn, then normal cost, that is your normal duration. We write is that Tn, normal cost is given, which is Cn, then crash duration, that is Tc, and crash cost, Cc. So as you can see, the normal duration is 4 weeks for first activity, whereas the crash duration is 2 days. So we can crash this particular activity by 2 days only, beyond which crashing is not possible. So there is a limit of crashing for each activity that is given. Then as you can see, the normal cost is 4,000, but the crashing cost is 12,000. So this indicates what? As we go on crashing the activities, the cost of the project will get increased. That is, your indirect cost will get increased because of crashing of the activities. So this information is given. Now by using this information, what we have to do? We have to find out optimum cost and the optimum duration of the project. So how will you perform this? Now see, what is given? The project overhead cost, that is your indirect cost, is 2000 per week, which is fixed per week 2000. So if we delay the project, then this 2000 will go on increasing. Find the optimum duration and cost associated with it. Also draw the least cost network that we have to do. So as you can see, we have drawn the network using this activity relationship given. This network we have drawn already, and below it we have written the normal time and the crash time available. Okay, so as we can see, after this, what is the next step? The next step, we have to find out first the time scale version of network. So as you can see, if we go on 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 4, by this we require the cost slope as given below. Now what is cost slope? What is the formula to find out cost slope? So cost slope we have find out by using cash cost minus normal cost will give us delta C, difference between cost, and normal duration minus crash duration will give us delta D, that is the difference in duration. So the formula is what? Cost, that is delta C upon delta T, will give us cost slope, that is rupees per week. So we can find out the rupees per week. Now this cost slope you have to keep in consideration. So remember this cost slope for each activity. Now next step, direct cost of normal duration. As we have discussed already, we have to find out the direct cost of normal duration. So the duration of project is the sum of the normal durations of each activity on the critical path, as we know. If therefore the normal duration of the project will be what? 4 plus 5 plus 4. The critical activities we have to add them. So 4 plus 5 plus 4, that is 13 week is the normal duration of completion of project. And cost associated with it is given in your first table. So we have to add the cost, and the total cost is 15,600, that is your direct cost. So we have to add the cost associated with the critical activities, that will be known as direct cost, and the project duration is what? 13 weeks. Now we have to go for crashing. So now while crashing the activities, we shall first select the critical activity which has minimum cost slope, as we have discussed already. So which one has the minimum cost slope? Your activity 2-4, and the cost slope was 1500 per week. So crash period is 2 weeks. That is, we can crash the activity by 2 days. So 5 2, that is 3 weeks. So total we can crash it by 3 weeks, because the limit is for 2 weeks, and original, that is TN, was 5 and the crash is 2. So we can crash that particular activity by 3 weeks. So we can crash 2-4 by 3 weeks now. However, crashing it by 3 weeks will affect non-critical activity 2-4, which has float of only 2 weeks. So hence it restricts the crashing up to 2 weeks only. So this also we have to keep in mind while crashing. We have to see the non-critical activities also. So because if we crash by 3 weeks, the non-critical activity has only 2 weeks. The critical path will change. So we'll be crashing it by 2 days only to keep the same critical path. So the new duration of the project will be what? 11 weeks now. Now extra cost of crashing activity, as we discussed, we have crash by 2 weeks. So 2 into cost slope will give us 300. Now the direct cost is what? Direct cost of the project of 11 weeks will be normal cost, normal direct cost we have calculated, plus this extra cost, that will give us 18600. The time scale version of the network after the first stage crashing for the project of 11 weeks duration is shown in the figure here. As you can see, we have crashed the activity up to 3 weeks. Previously it was 5 and we crash by 2. Now we have only 3 weeks. Now we can't crash this activity. Now we'll go for second activity. From the above figure, it is clear that activity 2-4 lying on the parallel path has also become critical now. So activity 2-3 cannot be crashed unless 2-4 is also crashed. Now we have to crash both the activities simultaneously to reduce the duration. So we'll crash both simultaneously by 1 week now. So because of crashing, what will happen now? Crashing activity 2-3 and 2-4 simultaneously have the combined cost slope is 1500 plus 1200. So this will be 2700 per week. So crashing activity 3-4 and 2-4 simultaneously having a combined cross slope of 3700 per week, and crashing activity 1-2 alone having a cost slope of rupees 4500 per week. Out of this, the first alternative has the minimum cost, as we know, one which will be having the minimum cost slope, that for which we have to go, because we have to minimize the cost also, not only the time. So we'll go for this option. 2-3 and 2-4 will crash simultaneously by 1 week. After doing this, what will happen? The extra cost of crashing will be 2700. So the cost of project will increase by 2700. Already we have find out the crash time and the crash cost for your first stage. Just we have to add the extra cost required for the stage 2. So that will be the direct cost will be 21300. In this step, we have reached to the fullest extent crashing value of 2-3 activity. It means for 2-3 cannot be crashed further. Now this figure shows you clearly idea, as we can see over here, 2-3 cannot be crashed further. So there is our minimum time in which we can complete the project, because if you crash any other activities, it will affect your project duration. So it will require for 10 weeks to complete this particular project. Now in third stage, what we can do? We can go for crashing of 1-2 or 3-4, because 2-3 we cannot disturb. So let's see what we can do. The remaining activities to be crashed 1, 2, 2, 4 and 3, 4. Out of those, 2, 4 and 3, 4 are to be crashed jointly because these are going on parallel days. Parallel activities are there. So this can be crashed simultaneously and we'll have the cost loop equal to 3700. And if the cost of your cost loop of first two is 4000, so we'll go for 6/5, that is 1 week left only, hence only 1 week crashing will be done in this step and the project duration will be 9 days. So either the first option or second option we can take. So let us go for the crashing of 2, 4 and 3, 4 because they are having least cost slope. So by crashing them we will be adding more cost to your direct cost which we are already calculating stage 2. So add 3700 and now the direct cost of the project for 9 weeks will be 25,000. So as you can see, we are go on crashing the activities till their limit reach, but we have to keep in mind also that we are not going out of our critical path. We have to maintain the critical path also. So non-critical path activities will get now critical. So the duration is 9 weeks and we crash activity 242 is fullest. Now we can't go on crashing activity 24 also. We have crashed it to its fullest. So now what is the next step? Now in next step, out of remaining critical activity, that is 1, 2 and 3, 4, activity 3, 4 cannot be further crashed as the foolish period of 2 weeks since it will affect the 2 and 4. So we cannot crash it because these are parallel activities. Now remain only your 1, 2 activity that it can be crashed. That can be crashed by 2 weeks. So by crashing it by 2 weeks, the project duration is reduced to 7 weeks now. But this will also increase your cost. So as you can see, the cost loop was 4000, so 2 into 4000, 8000. Now add 8000 to your previously having direct cost, that is 25,000, will result in 33,000. So cost is increased as we decrease the duration. Now as you can see, we have crashed all the possible activities and the project duration is 7 days now. Now as you can see, we cannot crash any other activities because this will affect the project duration directly. So you can see the total cost of the project now. So as you can see, I have tabulated each stage of crashing. That will be easier to find out. See, direct cost we have calculated for 13 weeks, that is normal cost. Then we crash by 2 weeks, then again we crash by 1 week, again 1 week and then 2 weeks. The total cost we have calculated. Total cost is what? Direct cost plus indirect cost, and direct cost will give us what? The cost of normal activity plus the crashing cost, that is your direct cost. So this we have calculated. Now what is indirect cost? Indirect cost as given earlier, that is 2000 per week. So 2000 per week into duration, that will give us what? Indirect cost, like 13 into 2, 11 into 2, likewise, that is indirect cost. And by adding both the cost, we'll get what? Total cost. As you can see over here, the minimum of which is this cost, which is associated with your 11 week duration. So by using this particular table, we can conclude that the optimum cost of the project is 40,600 and the optimum duration is 11 weeks. So we can complete this project in 11 weeks with the cost of 40,600 only. Still, if we have to complete the project early within 9 weeks, then we have to go for this much cost. So So by using this table, we can find out the optimum cost. Thank you.